One of the first things I did when I got to Japan was to try and visit all the locations we were going to shoot. And the big exterior set was the village of Anjiro, which was built on a virgin beach in Nagashima, which is a very remote fishing village.
In Nagashima, there was this beautiful cove, just untouched. So untouched, there wasn't even a road down to it, so a road had to be built that led from up above down to the cove so we could get equipment down there.
It was an orange orchard when we first saw it. We had to replace the orange trees that we took out. But it was almost like a cliff that was a horseshoe with a nice little beach down in the bottom, and that's where we built the village.
We kept wondering about, why is this piece of beachfront property undeveloped? And then we learned that this is where the typhoon entered Japan every year. We sort of said, okay. And then we didn't really pay any attention to that. We were too busy making the film. We didn't really think about the typhoon.
One of the big problems in shooting in Nagashima, it was a very remote area. There wasn't even enough hotel space to accommodate the crew. A lot of the crew were living in private homes. There was a Japanese resort about 30 miles away, and most of the American crew stayed there.
We were scheduled originally to leave Nagashima on September 15th, but through a all too familiar mix-up, we lost all of our hotel space on September 1st, which created a large problem that required a rather quick rewrite to get us out of there 2 weeks ahead of time.
I remember on the last day of filming in Nagashima, it started to rain a little bit. And I finished like at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had my bags packed because I wanted to get out of Nagashima. It was just nothing there. So in the meantime, the crew was going to wrap, and Monday they were going to be in Kyoto, and we'd start. So this was like on a Friday. And Saturday, nobody shows.
The very last day of production on September 1st there, on the very last shot, the typhoon arrived, and that whole set was swept away.
The sets washed into the sea. We had to pay to have them cleaned. We almost couldn't get the crew out. Eric and I and Chio, one of the interpreters, and Anna Mills, our production assistant, were the last to leave, and we couldn't get out. The trains had stopped running. We ended up in this 12-hour cab ride from Nagashima to Kyoto.
So if there had not been a hotel problem, we would have lost our set unfinished. So again, the gods were smiling.